Oxford is at the centre of this novel. It's a homage to Oxford in a way. I am inspired by, first off, the Taylorian Library, part of the Bodleian, where my father read modern languages there. I used it over the last 25 years to write three books, sitting always at the same table, facing a canvas, a rather battered canvas of a classical scene on the wall of the Huntress Diana. Other inspirations are Jericho, where I rented a house for several years with my family, who were at the school, the same school as Leandro. And this house backed onto a deserted boatyard and had been an old bookbinder's, and indeed our local pub was the bookbinder's, which features in the novel. Then there are other important things in my past, like the St Giles Cafe, where I used to escape with a friend illegally during our prep school days for an illegal egg on toast behind one of the big benches, and we would always peer out hoping a master wasn't going to see us because it was very out of bounds. Other out of bounds places were the wonderful Portuguese cafe in the covered market, plus the wonderful Cardew's, where I used to buy my coffee and tea. But the biggest inspiration was the school I base the Phoenix on. And really I can't avoid, it's not the same school, but it's geographically in exactly the same place off the Bardwell Road on the banks of the Cherwell. And it's the prep school, the Dragon School, where my mother was, my grandfather taught there, I was, my brothers were, and my two sons were. And I look at the playing fields, and I look at the War Memorial, and I look at the old barge, no longer there, and it's a mixture of Dyer remembering his days there and watching his son there now with a different sort of clientele. And most of the action takes place on the football field. The edge of the football field becomes a kind of stage set, because I discovered it's where parents talk to each other and they find it intolerable that you don't know who they are or how important they are. And I was often on a kind of rainy Thursday playing an away match against Bromsgrove in the rain, and I was the only father, because I'm a writer, I could get away, and the only other parents were those who were rich enough to get away. And we would stand watching our children, lose against superior teams. It was while watching my sons play football that I got the idea for the nuclear device that is the contraption that the Iranian physicist thinks he's able to use to crack cheap and easy nuclear fusion. It's the size of a football, and the interior of the football is all a laser which concentrates on the deuterium fuel. And this was all helped me. I know nothing about nuclear fusion, but being in Oxford I was able to see lots of experts, such as Steve Cowley at Corpus, and together we concocted this football device, which is the key to saving the world or destroying it. And I would say my influences in this book are fairly conventional. They're the books I read when I was at the Dragon School myself. Neville Shute had been a pupil there. I loved his books, like On the Beach. It was the first way I discovered John Buchan, so the 39 Steps, and King Arthur, the tales of King Arthur, and Graham Greene I later discovered, and there's a wonderful American writer called James Salter, who is my most recent discovery. And all these mixed into a cocktail of influence, and but above all I think the big influence is Oxford, and it's left its big imprint on me. I was there at school from the ages of 8 till 13, and then I was there again as a father with 2 children in Oxford, watching them grow up. So I'd say it's also a love story to Oxford.